Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will explore Excel's depreciation functions. If you find this video informative, please take a moment to like and share it. Also, if you are new to my channel, I invite you to subscribe. Excel, several built-in functions help calculate depreciation using different methods. These functions are useful for business accountants and financial analysis to track asset value over time. Excel provides multiple depreciation functions to suit different financial strategies. Choosing the right function depends on accounting method required. Straight line is the simple and consistent, while declining balance method provide higher initial depreciation. Understanding these functions can help manage asset valuation effectively. Excel has several functions, as I already told, for calculating depreciation, including straight line depreciation method, sum of year digits method, declining balance, double declining balance method. These functions can be used to calculate the depreciation of an asset over a period of time. Now let us find out what is the definition of depreciation. Then we try all these Excel function in a new Excel file. Stay tuned. What is depreciation? Depreciation is the decrease in value of an asset over time. It can occur to any fixed assets such as machinery, office equipment, and buildings. Depreciation is an accounting and tax concept. Tax depreciation is a type of tax deduction that tax rules in a given jurisdiction allow a business or an individual to claim for the loss in the value of tangible assets. By deducting depreciation, tax authorities allow individuals and businesses to reduce the taxable income. Let us now try straight line depreciation method. It calculates the depreciation of an asset over a single period using a straight line basis. It can be used to calculate the depreciation of a fixed asset in a budget. If you use manually this formula, then you need to calculate using this formula cost minus salvage value divided by useful life. Cost is the original purchase price. Salvage value is the scrap value, that means estimated value of an asset at the end of its useful life. And useful life is the estimated time the asset will be useful, usually expressed in years or months. But if we use Excel built-in functions SLN, then it would be easily calculated, and then there will not be any manual calculations error. Let us try in Excel. Let us take a problem. A company purchases a machine for $10,000 or rupees 10,000 with a salvage value of rupees 2,000 or $2,000 and an expected life of 5 years. So we have to calculate the depreciation using straight line method. Now, based on this formula, I made a chart over here. I made a table here and formatted it where I give all these input values and I use the function, built-in Excel function for calculating straight line depreciation. And before using that, I want to show you how you can see the list of depreciation functions in Excel. One option is that you click on formula tab, is formulas tab. Then there are different categories of functions. So if you come to financial, then there are functions related to calculate depreciation. So we can see this is also an depreciation function, but this helps to calculate the prorated linear depreciation of an asset. Similarly, if we scroll, we find the straight line depreciation. Or if I click this insert function button from here or this one, then this small window comes, and here if you write depreciation and click on go or press enter key, then all depreciation related functions will be enlisted, and you can get the syntax or structure of the functions, means name of the function, then all the parameters and the definitions. So in this, so if I click on SLN, this is the structure or syntax of this particular inbuilt function. So SLN is the name of the function, and three parameters: cost, salvage, life. If you do not understand what is cost, what is salvage, what is life, if you click OK, then you will find the meaning of cost. You can see cost is the initial cost of an asset. Salvage is the scrap value or salvage value at the end of the life of an asset, and life that also defined over here. So this function we try, and we don't have to do any kind of calculations manually, and we don't have to use any formula. So manual, there is no chance of making any manual mistakes if we use straight line depreciation function from Excel. So here I write the cost, that is 10,000. Then salvage value is 2,000 with expected life 5. And then if I type the function, then it should be started with equal sign, and this is SLN we have already seen. Otherwise, from insert function fx, you can get it. So I'm just typing it, and then after typing SLN, if I start the round bracket, again I find the parameter list. That means the syntax I can find, and I can understand what are the parameters I have to include. So cost is in the cell address A2. So I click on this cell. I don't need to type the value. I should not. I should use the cell reference or cell address. So I click this particular cell, and then it comes, or anybody can type also cell address. Then while calculating, the cell value will be taken and calculations will be done. Any changes you make, automatic updation will be sent. Then comma salvage value, then comma live, and close the bracket, enter. I think these are to convert it into number format. This because dollar symbol I have typed, either I should have given comma here, but after that also format is not changed, I guess. So I have to convert it into number format cells, and then currency, and then I two decimal place I can keep. For money I can always keep, or I can round it off also, but I'm keeping two decimal place, that's fine. And then okay. Okay. Mm. So not changing, better I type only 10,000, then I convert it into currency. Now already it is coming. Rupees symbol, uh, rupees currency is taken, but in my problem, dollar is, given. So if I convert it into dollar, so I can select all and I can go for format cells, and then the currency symbol I can choose dollar. Dollar US I can take dollar US. Okay. So it will come in dollar, and you check out the formula once more. Okay, here this cell D2 I have selected, and the value came because of this calculation, and the formula is showing on the formula bar. You can check it out, equal to SLN A2 comma B2 comma C2. So we did not do any kind of manual calculation, so we did not use any formula, um, but it gives me the correct result. Okay. So now next try, let us try the next another depreciation function. Now let us see another depreciation function, that is SYD function, sum of years digits method. So we are going to use Excel function, and the syntax is shown on the left hand side of the screen. You can see on the definition, but if you do not use Excel inbuilt function, so this is the formula, that is depreciation expenses remaining useful life divided by sum of years digits, that will be multiplied with cost minus salvage value. So here, to do this calculation, you have to calculate remaining useful life, which represents the number of years the asset is expected to be used, decreasing each year as the asset depreciates. And also you have to calculate sum of years digits, which is calculated by adding up all the numbers from 1 to the asset's useful life. And cost, we know the original price, and salvage value is the scrap value. So this is the formula, but we are not going to use it. We use the Excel inbuilt function SYD. So let's see how easily we can calculate the value. Now my second problem. Here the problem is that an asset costs $20,000 or 20,000 rupees or any currency we can take for an instance, and has a salvage value of 4,000 and a useful life of 4 years. So use the SYD function to calculate the depreciation for year 1. So again, we can check out the SYD function. Here directly also you can write SYD and click on go. And then here it comes, returns the sum of year digits depreciation of an asset for a specified period. And then cost is the initial cost, salvage is the salvage value at the end of the life of an asset, life, useful life, here in my problem it is 4 years, life is the number of periods over which the asset is being depreciated, sometimes called the useful life of the asset. And this is the period is the bar is the period, and must use the same units as life. So if useful life is in year, so then period also you have to take it in year. So let's try this. So just type the values. Okay, let me just type without this symbol, and then we can change it into currency like we had done before. 4 and this is 1, and then the formula I am now using from here only SYD. Okay, and this is the cost, this is the salvage, this is the life, and this is the period. And okay, so because it's a financial function, so that's why automatically the currency rupees is coming. I'm from India, so that's why rupees is coming. But if I want to change it, I select this all these cells, right click, and go for format cells, and as per the problem given, I can convert the currency symbol into dollar or any other currency symbol you like to use. Dollar symbol, I'm using dollar US. This one I can use. So this is the result, and this is the formula. On the formula bar, it is displayed always. If you click on that cell where the result is visible, where you have done the calculations. So on the Excel sheet, the result is coming, but on the formula bar, the formula is visible. Next, let us try declining balance method, fixed declining balance method. Then we try double declining balance method. Declining balance function. This calculates the depreciation of an asset over a period of time using the fixed declining balance method. The declining balance method is a depreciation method that allows the majority of an asset's cost to the early years of its useful life. It's often used for assets that are prone to technological obsolescence or require more maintenance as they age. And if we use Excel function, you need these parameters: cost, salvage value, life and period. Month you may specify or you can obsolete. We'll try this in Excel file. But let's see if we do it manually, what is the function? What is the formula we type and we do the calculations. So here is the function. If you do not use Excel function, then you need to calculate this way. So declining balance percentage, that is multiplied with number of depreciation days into depreciation basis, and then the whole thing is to be divided by 100 into 360. Declining balance percentage is the fixed yearly percentage used in the declining balance depreciation method. You need to calculate that. And then number of depreciation days, the number of days in the period being depreciated. Depreciation basis is what? The basis used for depreciation. Depreciation rate is 1 minus salvage divided by cost, that is multiplied with 1 divided by life. And then also you have to calculate this part, depreciation for any period. So this is difficult actually if you do it manually, but Excel provides DB function to calculate fixed declining balance depreciation method. So let's try, and there we need only 4 parameters, 4 to 5 parameters. So let us try. Now the problem here is an asset costs 12,000 rupees or $12,000 US dollar and has a salvage value of 2,000 rupees or $2,000 and a useful life of 6 years. We are asked to use the DB function, declining balance method, to calculate the depreciation for year 3. So here life is 6 years and period is 3. And if you check the formula from fx, like I have shown before for other two functions, so you will find this period and life, the unit for period and life must be same. And we had another fifth parameter, that is the month, that we may omit also. We are here in this problem, it is not mentioned, so we can also omit that part. So here I am writing 12,000, then I am writing here 2,000, that is the scrap value, and the lifetime is 6 years, and we have to calculate 3 years, for 3 years, and we use the db function. So fx db, here db is visible, and cost, that is 12,000, salvage or scrap value, and you can see the definition 6. And in the function, whenever you find any parameter on the parameter, on this small window, if it is not coming in bold, so that is actually something you can omit. Here I just read it out, is the number of months in first year. If the months omitted, it is assumed to be 12. So let's do it. Okay, and you see, because it's a money, so it is rounded off. A few 0.54 something actually is the calculated value, so it is rounded off to 0.55 this paisa actually. So here also again I can do format cell and change the currency symbol like I had done before. But let's try the next one, double declining balance method. Next is double declining balance method function of Excel. It calculates the depreciation of an asset over a period of time using the double declining balance method. This method is a common method in a business that uses to account for the expense of a long-lived asset. The double declining balance depreciation method is an accelerated depreciation method that counts as an expense more rapidly. That is, when you compare with the straight line depreciation that uses the same amount of depreciation each year over an asset's useful life. So similarly compared to the standard declining balance method, the double declining method depreciates assets twice as quickly. So maybe in initial period, we can try double declining balance method. And if you use the formula manually, this is the formula for calculations. 2 into 2 multiplied with beginning book value multiplied with rate of depreciation. But we use Excel function with 5 parameters, where one of the parameter can also be omitted. Let's try. Come to our next problem. Let us come to our next problem. A vehicle is purchased for 15,000 with a salvage value 3,000 and a useful life of 5 years. Use the DDB function to calculate the depreciation for year 2. So let us input the value 15,000 then 3000, then 5 years, then 2 year. Factor we can omit. So let's try from FX only. Let's choose DDB. You see, we are going to omit factor. If we click OK, along with the definition, we get a text box to input this cell reference. So A2 for cost, then B2, then C2 for life, then period is 2 year, and you see factor. Factor is the rate at which the balance declines. If factor is omitted, it is assumed to be 2 because it's a double declining balance method. Okay, and we get the result, and we can change the currency symbol the way we have done previously. Now I'll be showing the last one, but there are two or three more depreciation functions available. The same way you may try using Excel inbuilt function. If you are using those depreciation method in your business or in your calculations or while learning also, you can try those uh, functions which is available, and you just operate in this way. This is not very, I know, something very complicated. Only the thing is that your concept about the depreciation must be clear, and you should know which depreciation function you must use and where to use in which place, which situations, and that is all. So let's try the next one. Now let us try variable declining balance depreciation function. It is a method for calculating the depreciation of an asset over time. It's flexible method that can account for assets that experience varying level of usage. VDB depreciation uses the double declining balance method, which results in higher depreciation in the early year of an asset life. The depreciation expense can change from year to year, reflecting how the asset is used. VDB depreciation can be used to specify when to switch to straight line depreciation at the later stage of the asset life, for example. So when it is useful, VDB depreciation is useful for assets that are expected to be more productive or generate more revenue in their early years. It's also useful for companies that want to reduce their taxable income in the early years of an asset's life. So we are going to use the VDB function in Excel. But similarly, you can use manually also. Manually, you can use the formula to calculate VDB functions. That would be more complicated than you use the Excel function, inbuilt function of Excel. So let us try inbuilt Excel function VDB with a problem. Now let us see our last problem. A machine is bought for $25,000, has a salvage value of $5,000, and a useful life of 7 years. Use the VDB function to calculate depreciation between year 2 and year 4. So let us try. Let us try, see the VDB function definitions from here. VDB. So here are the definitions. Returns the depreciation of an asset of any period you specify, including partial periods, using the double declining balance method or some other method you specify. And if we click on OK, then cost, salvage, life is there. So what is start period? It's the starting period for which you want to calculate the depreciation. and end period is the ending year. So the start period, according to my problem, it will be 2, and then end period is 4. And you see, as per the definitions, all are all the units for this life and these periods are year. Otherwise, we have to convert it. If it is in month, you have to convert it into year only. So let's try after inputting the value. So cost is 25000, 25,000. Next is 5,000. Then it is 7. Then next one is start period 2, and then 4, and then VDB. Let us type it this last time. Okay. The last few function I have tried from fx. Here if I type equal to, because equal to is must for Excel function, then VDB, bracket open, name of the function, then round within parenthesis the parameter comes. So I have started with the round bracket, then cost is 25,000, comma, then this is the salvage value, comma, then this is the life, then start period, then end. And if you want to know about more about factor, you can see this is this factor and no switch. These two are coming in a this square bracket. So this can be omitted. And if you want to know the definition, what does this mean? You can check it out from insert function, that wizard window box. So let's close it and enter. So we get the value, and in this way we can compare also of the depreciation value of a particular asset, and then we can make a chart, and we can find also which depreciation method is useful to display in your account statement, tax statement, and so on. So with this I end my YouTube video today. If you like it, again once more I request you, please give a like and share the video. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be posting this kind of related videos which are used in your regular official work. And if you have any kind of query, you can place it in my comment box. I'll definitely try to reply and perform accordingly. Thank you so much. Have a good day.